Are you stuck between Boston and Austin or Austin and Boston? You know I gotta say my city first.
I think Boston versus Austin sounds much better. Listen, Boston has snow and subways.
Austin has that fire, heat, and a lot of tech bros and tech gals.
I'm covering Boston.
And I am covering Austin.
Boston is compact, just under 90 square miles, but the greater Boston metro spreads out into dozens of commuter-friendly suburbs and tons of character. Massachusetts as a whole, around 10,500 square miles. It's dense, layered with history, and very walkable in the city core.
Austin is massive. The city itself covers over 326 square miles. Yep, that's more than 3 times the size of Boston. And Texas, you could fit Massachusetts inside of Texas about 25 times. Everything is really bigger in Texas, that's for sure. So if you're someone who likes room to breathe, you like to spread out, or if you're wanting to build something new, Austin gives you that kind of space. Although that's been harder to find these days, as most of the larger lots are being split into 2 to accommodate 2 properties.
Too cold, too hot. Let's be honest, we get 4 seasons, and we mean it. Winters come with snow, slush, and nor'easters, but fall is iconic, spring is gorgeous, and summers are warm and breezy, but become really hot and humid for a few weeks each summer. If you're not a big skier or skater, you'll be hiding in the house 3 months out of the year. You need to embrace the winter fun. That's how you enjoy Boston winter.
Austin brings heat, literally. From May through September, we're living in the 90s, 100s easily. And winter, it's more like a long fall. Mild, short, and usually snow-free, unless we get a rare event like in 2021, snowpocalypse. That storm brought record low temps nearing 0 degrees and over 6 inches of snow. And long days without power, without water, and hundreds of thousands of people were left struggling. So yeah, we're not shoveling driveways most winters, but the heat waves, that will get you. You'll definitely be hiding indoors mid-July to August. AC is going to be your best friend.
And those utility bills, we spend more on heat, Austin spends more on the AC. We have the heat 6 months out of the year, October to April, and sometimes part of May as well.
Stuck in traffic?
Boston traffic is infamous during rush hour. You know, the streets are narrow and old, and the city layout makes no sense if you're a newcomer, but we do have decent public transportation. Commuter rail, subway, buses, walking is actually doable. And we also have ferries. Yes, you can take a ferry every day to work. In the summer, in the warmer months. It's more expensive than a bus, but cuts your time if you live on the coast and need to go to Boston to work. I know in some states there is not much public transportation, or even if there is, people avoid using it. That's not the case here. Many working professionals use the subway and the commuter rail all the time, every day.
Here's the deal. Austin is still a car-centric city. Yes, we've got Cap Metro and Project Connect, which is coming. They're developing more rail lines, but right now, most people are driving. And if you're on IH-35 or MoPac, which are 2 major highways in our area during rush hour, that could be a pain. Buckle up and settle in. The average commute time is just over 28 minutes. And I add the plus because it could be longer if you're coming from the farthest part of Austin into downtown. And on top of that, Austin was named the 15th worst traffic city in the nation. So if you hate traffic, you'll want to plan your day around it or move close to where you work.
Want to ditch your car? Boston makes that completely possible. Austin, not quite.
Okay, I've got to give this one to Boston, unfortunately, when it comes to transportation. We have y'all really thinking now, right, about which city would be the best city for you and the best place to move to. If you've got questions about Austin, click the link below or scan the QR code on the screen to schedule a call.
I can help you if you are moving to Boston. Schedule a free call with me. Here's my QR code. We're here to help you.
Now let's talk about the job market. Austin's job market is booming, especially for tech startups and engineering. They even labeled us Silicon Hills as a nickname because of the tech growth.
Boston's job scene is powerhouse level. World-class hospitals, biotech leaders, finance giants, consulting firms, and higher education with Harvard and MIT. Salaries are higher, but so are the taxes.
Want growth and innovation? Austin's got the startup culture that you need.
Want established industries and old school prestige? Boston is your place. If you study or work here in Boston, that will serve you really well anywhere else. Boston's lifestyle is more fast-paced and academic. Like the saying goes, in New York, they ask you how much you make. In Philadelphia, who your parents are. And in Boston, how much you know. You go to a cafe and everyone is studying. You're surrounded by history, world-class museums, and rich culture, and very, very smart people. It feels more like a European city than a typical US metro. And by the way, you hop on a plane and you're in Paris in 7 short hours.
Austin is chill, creative, and eclectic. It's music-centric with lots of festivals, live events, food trucks, and incredible restaurants that are a part of our daily life. There's a strong outdoorsy vibe here to include hiking, biking, paddleboarding, even in the middle of the city. Some of the most popular places to enjoy nature are places like Lady Bird Lake, Zilker Park, Barton Springs Pool, just to name a few. Look, I know what you're thinking. Angie, it is way too hot to be outside. Why is everybody outdoors? I know. That doesn't stop us around here from enjoying the outdoors. We find a way to be one with nature.
Boston City proper gets mixed reviews for public schools, but the surrounding close suburbs like Newton, Lexington, Belmont, and Brookline are consistently ranked among the best in the whole United States. Massachusetts as a whole almost always lands in the top 3 of public education each and every year. And it has a huge selection of elite private schools and prep academies. And it's basically a paradise for high-achieving students and families who prioritize academics. Of course, that quality comes with a price. These high-performing suburbs are also some of the most competitive and expensive real estate markets in the greater Boston. But for many families, the investment is worth it.
Austin offers strong education options with top-rated districts like Eads ISD leading the pack. Even within Austin ISD, there are standout campuses that rival the best in the state. Competition for homes in these zones, though, can be fierce as parents aim to lock in access to these sought-after schools.
What will it cost you? Boston is consistently ranked among the most expensive cities in US, especially for housing and childcare. Since the pandemic, prices have climbed even higher and bidding wars are common in many neighborhoods. But with that premium, you are getting access to some of the best healthcare in the world, top-tier universities, and a thriving job market in biotech, finance, and tech. It's the classic trade-off, a higher cost of living, but unmatched opportunities and quality of life if you can afford it.
Austin's affordability days are long gone. Housing prices have jumped dramatically over the last few years, and while you might still find a good deal compared to the coast, it's no longer a budget-friendly haven it once was. Property taxes pack a huge punch, and rising insurance rates, that's not helping. On the flip side, no state income tax leaves more in your checkbook. But don't be surprised when high home prices, HOA fees, and everyday costs like groceries and gas start to add up quickly. Living in Austin can be amazing, but you're definitely paying a premium for the lifestyle now.
Let's talk about homes. In the city of Boston, the median home price has passed $1 million now. Entry level, you're still looking at condos $500,000 and up. You'll find brownstones, triple deckers, Victorians, and newer luxury condos here. The greater Boston area, the median home price is around $800,000.
Austin's median home price is currently $590,000. While you can snag something under $500,000, it usually means a fixer-upper or longer commute. If you're looking for a condo, you can find something between $320,000 and $20,000 and goes all the way up to $8 million. In terms of the home styles, you'll find a mix of craftsman, Tudor, modern, farmhouse, and sleek contemporary homes.
I would say Boston home prices are a little more protected from major fluctuations because of the strong job market and still lagging inventory. New construction is not at the level of Austin for sure.
Austin's market feels less competitive than Boston thanks to higher inventory and steady new construction. Buyers have more options here, from brand new homes to resale homes, but the flip side is vitality. Prices can swing fast depending on location, demand, and builder incentives.
Boston gives you access to the best of New England year-round. In the winter, you can hit the slopes in New Hampshire, Vermont, or Maine, some of the best skiing on the East Coast. Summer means ferrying out to Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket, relaxing on the Cape Cod beaches, taking scenic drives through coastal coastal towns or driving to Berkshires for the Tanglewood Festival. In the fall, Vermont's famous cheese and harvest festivals make for perfect weekend getaway surrounded by the stunning foliage. And if you're craving a big city weekend, New York City is just like 3.5-hour trip. Some Massachusetts residents go for a weekend to catch a couple of Broadway shows or go to the Met or have a quick urban experience. All of this while living in a city filled with history, world-class museums, and Fenway Park in your backyard.
Austin thrives on its culture, creativity, and energy. You've got live music every night of the week, legendary festivals like South by Southwest and Austin City Limits, and a thriving comedy and art scene that is always buzzing. Families love Austin's hands-on museums like the Thinkery, interactive exhibits at the Bob Bullock Museum, and kid-friendly shows at the Zach Theater. Weekends can mean exploring local farmers markets, catching a Round Rock Express baseball game, or enjoying family movie night under the stars. With eclectic shopping, vintage markets, and quirky local events year-round, there's always something new to discover.
So which city is right for you?
If you're drawn to warm weather, creative energy, and a slightly lower cost of living, Austin might be your next home.
But if you value world-class education and healthcare and want that big city experience in a compact, walkable environment, Boston could be the place. Let us know in the comments. Are you Team Boston or Team Austin?